In the tradition of the Mexican holiday Dia de Muertos, it is customary to write comic literary epitaphs to people who are still living, little poems expressing affection through jabs. It's a young medium, to be sure, having found its first breaths in the late 19th century as first published in the newspaper El Socialista, but even so it has a rich tradition and history. Within these videos I have long exhumed, for a term I like to use frequently but is especially appropriate in this particular context, LucasArts' Grim Fandango on this channel for the occasion of the Dia de Muertos, or at least attempted to. But as of recent, I feel that there is not much left to talk about from a critical perspective. Of course, until I learn more about that medium of film noir to which it owes so much. I've said my larger academic piece on Grim Fandango, for now, hence why I did not return to the Land of the Dead last year, though it was not without some consideration that I might do so. But I do find it appropriate to arrange a soliloquy for Manny Calavera and his adventures to the underworld. An epitaph, if one would allow me that, in the style of his homeland, for he has visited me many times throughout my life, and it'd be fitting to see him off.
When first I was visited by Mr. Death, I was but a frail boy in a roller rink. His chill hand moved over me with iced breath, and said, "Never mind, you sure do stink." When next I saw that specter slink, I exited a bathroom, myself a shade. He looked over to me with a jovial wink, and said, "Never mind, your skin's much too suede." When third he returned as I bade, a grown woman stranded on a road I was. His scythe on the ground he laid, and said, "Never mind, you're too much fuss." To that Mr. Death I gave some pause, as he trudged through mud and shattered vehicle. I wondered just what a clause allowed me to live just because he's fickle.
May your afterlife be restful, Manny. Thank you for your sloth and unenthusiasm about your position as a psychopomp, and of course your humor. You can't forget to have humor. These elements are not only at the core of my continued survival in spite of my death-defying, life-defying escapades, but the beating heart of Grim Fandango is a work of literature. Without the sharp tongue of Manny Calavera, I can assure you that many would not see the journey through to its end, but he's an anchor just as good as any other everyday Azrael. As for myself, I must be back to working on something more substantive than this. But thank you for joining me this evening in much briefer form than you've ever joined me before, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Good night.